to root for them. You know what's really interesting about this match, Bepic, and yes, I'm deviating from giving you a prediction.
Okay, that's fine.
When we did talk to the captains earlier, I asked them the question, the top 4 invited team captains, we discussed with them on day 2, who would you like to play if you could play any of the other top 4 teams? And Reynolds was like, oh, you know, I could play this game, I could play that game, but maybe Rebellion. Everyone else, including Space Station, chose Luminosity. Everyone wanted to get a crack at this team. Well, SSG, you got what you asked for. Game 1 is on.
All right, let's see what Luminosity can do. I want to see how that defense performs against a hot Space Station roster. And here we go again, picking up right where they left off. It's Space Station, it's Chicago, it is 1-0.
It is never ending. I mean, how do you beat that? Chicago, perfect read on the pass, perfect placement, top corner. This team, they're lights out. It just continues.
It does, and that is a goal early on for Luminosity. Coming down off of a loss, SSG coming in with that win, and demos were a big part of that victory. Double demo there on the Luminosity end, throwing off the defense. Cheese has nothing in the tank right now, so Reynolds has to step up next, and Cheese to rotate back, still with an empty boost tank. This is getting frantic for LG.
Yeah, we've got to see some resiliency here out of Luminosity. That double demolition put them in a bad spot, and that's why Cheese was on no boost. He had to fend off 3 attackers of Space Station Gaming. No bad nightmare could replicate that instance right there, but they've survived it, and they're moving right on.
Okay, now a chance for Reynolds, though. Sidewall with 0 boost. He's still going to do work with an empty tank. Hawks are out of the way, but LJ allowed to step up now and carry this ball as far as he can. Extra flip to penetrate the blue box, but Magic there for the save, and that'll be a clear for Luminosity.
Whoa, and it's a big look here for Cheese as well. Chicago just getting there for the save. Magic Bear pass out to Reynolds, but it's too far found. Reynolds instead opts for that boost steal, but having trouble playing against Chicago, who on low boost is still able to fend off some decent pressure. Magic Bear, demolition onto LJ. Hawks are in search of a pass there, but can't connect with the shot. Just off the mark. LJ high and wide here as Magic Bear carries out a touch. LJ still opportune as to pounce on it there, pick up boost and wrap right back around. I think he actually had it stolen there by Reynolds, who takes to the corner. Almost gets that double tap. You see Luminosity fend off really well against that first goal of SSG, but still yet to turn it around in their favor as LJ doing what he does best.
That was so he started that play off just coming down off the ceiling to intercept a potential clear for Luminosity. Sticks with it. Chicago finds him down the field. The passing game of Space Station has been on point today, and well, we know the shooting game has been as well. That's perfectly placed from LJ, and Space Station 2-0 up in game 1, and it feels like business as usual for SSG, almost finding a third. They might yet. Oxer's off the ceiling, sidewall, back wall, good grief, playing it out to the side and just keeping the possession going for Space Station.
Well, it feels like this ball has hit every mark of the cage at this point, so I don't really blame you. We're everywhere at the same time here, but Oxer wants to be in the right position on this play. Takes the 50 against Cheese. And I want to point out something very important. I think Magic Bear has a decal. Oh, no, LJ's just going to score again. Yeah, third goal for Space Station. This is exactly how the match went against NRG. I'll finish my thought. Magic has this, like, Cheese decal. It's a great homage to his teammate here.
Is that, is it Mind Games, maybe? Cheese sees Cheese on... No. Yeah, his teammate. So, Space Station eventually seeing extra cheeses on the field. So, if he gets going, that's what I had to get there, but... It's a mind game. SSG going to be confused seeing so many cheeses on the field, and so far, it's not really working out. We'll see if that happens.
Nothing's working here. Not quite yet. It feels like there's no solution to Space Station Gaming. 3-0 and up, and Sky seems to be their limit here. SSG back with possession, but Cheese actually has this ball now. Accepts the dunk. Reynolds plays this slow. He's actually peeling off the play now, allowing LJ to do some work with the ball, but Reynolds reads it beautifully. Chicago takes high here. It's back over to Cheese. Booming clear out to Reynolds. Pass to the mid, but Hoxer has that blocked off, though. Reynolds a play here off the miss from Hoxer. He gets a touch there, but Cheese in position. Pass over to Reynolds. It's a shot that's denied by Hoxer. Cheese for the follow-up. Still nothing from the post. Hoxer goes for the save. SSG survive.
Wow, that was Luminosity's second and third opportunities of the game. They're still low in the opportunity category, but those were some golden chances to score. This one as well, and SSG won't be able to get themselves out of that situation. Well done, Luminosity. They smelled blood in the water, and they capped off that play with a goal.
Gotta give credit to Hoxer here. Like, I know it's a goal, but he fends off the bump attempt and still gets a save registered. Like, even when SSG gets scored on, they still look good. But yeah, great indication here from Luminosity. They take advantage of that 2v1 moment.
And now they've got themselves in a manageable position in game one. Like, starting down 0-3 is not something any team ever wants to do, but getting that game state to 1 goal difference going into the final minute is great for your possibility of making that comeback happen. And if Luminosity can keep piecing together plays that you just saw out of them, getting that initial goal, then perhaps we see some kind of crazy game one comeback, or perhaps not. Hoxer is going to find his first goal of the series and really put this game out of reach.
This is just dirty. Come on. Hoxer, unbelievable. Lays it up off the ceiling and prioritizes the bump. Talk about a revenge play off of the game where he got bumped off the play, tried to evade it. He's like, hey, guess who else can do that too?
And Hoxer most certainly can do just about anything you might ask of him in the offensive end. That was awesome. Now Luminosity. I'd like to see another goal out of them, see if they can piece together another high-quality possession play like we saw out of them getting that first goal at the end of game one, but we're starting off in favor of Space Station Gaming in this best of 5. They're continuing a rampage in the lower bracket. They've scored 4+ goals in 3 out of the 4 games they've played today.
Exceptional effort here. We're going to cap it off here where they save there from LJ. Cheese gets a touch on the ball, but it lands on the ground. There you have it, folks. Space Station Gaming, well, they can't lose today. That's 4 in a row coming off the sweep off of NRG, starting off the series strong.
Not too shabby. And now I pose the question of Space Station's opponent again. Luminosity, how do you respond to that? How do you get your offense going and catch up to the level of output that Space Station's been putting on all day? And I don't have an answer. I'm not going to try and predict the future. That question lands on the shoulders of Reddles, Magic Bear, and Cheese. Seeing what they can do in game 2 is going to be a really good temple. This is the area of recovery. Can you salvage this series, or do you have to reverse sweep? Pretty good looking chance right off the bat, but Hoxer again finding a massive save for his team on the goal line.
That's huge. Already getting off to a great start here, but Chicago does see Hoxer on the other side. With the interceptions now, it's Cheese instead. Feels like that first goal is going to come in the first few seconds here as LJ, oh, the pair! He's not able to connect on the shot, so it goes back out to the corner. And it's up to Reddles to corral back to his safer territory, but LJ, there is no safe territory for this player. Scores from any spot.
And Chicago, again, is the player that opens this up for LJ. Yes, it's an impressive shot. Tight angle from LJ, but Reddles was there to defend that. That would not have been a goal unless Chicago bumps Reddles out of the way, which he did a couple of times. He wasn't content with just one tap on Reddles' Octane. There were several to clear the Luminosity goal line and give SSG, again, first blood in the game.
Okay, Hoxer, what do you got here? Has performed so well from the ceiling, but Magic Bear doesn't want to see any more of it. Manasi trying to get in front of every star-studded play from SSG. Hoxer, another flip reset to the top corner. They are asking everything and more from this defense of Luminosity. Still, demos getting in the way. Sparks fly as Luminosity try to turn this around.
They're making the saves they need to make sure SSG doesn't have that early massive advantage, but along with those saves, going to keep coming. It's another good chance for Space Station. Hoxer off the back wall to LJ. LJ across the box to Chicago. Right back to LJ. He's got 2 in the first minute 20. Space Station score again.
Okay, the secret sauce of Luminosity ain't so secret anymore. The passing options are just pristine from Space Station Gaming, and Luminosity, they just can't keep up. Is there any stopping this team right now of SSG on their domination spree?
Don't ask me. I had NRG as the favorite against Space Station in the last series, and I did not expect to see this level of execution out of Space Station. They're nailing everything. Shots are rarely off target. The demos are perfectly timed, and teams are struggling to play against that right now. NRG couldn't get a hold of them in 3 games. Luminosity, they've only scored just that 1 goal in the first 7 minutes of gameplay against Space Station. This is difficult right now, and there's plenty of time for LG to figure it out. But gotta do it eventually, because SSG looks nigh unstoppable at the moment.
Don't even know how Hoxer's getting in front of both of those touches. This guy is a magician. That was, I don't think, on any boost. He had to side flip on the first one after a wave dash and then double jump to get that crazy redirect. It's amazing to see what some of these players are doing off of no boost. But how about this? Crossbar down. It's not yet in. Oh, no. Reynolds robbed of a beautiful play.
Reynolds read that play perfectly, intercepted Space Station at the midfield, and then almost converted it with an incredible corner shot. But the evil post, robs us of a highlight reel play. And so, Luminosity, they still hunt for that first goal, and they start the hunt all over again on their defensive side. But good clear. Magic Bear chasing it down alongside Reynolds, has the bump play set up on the goal line, but they're unable to find a goal right there for LG, and Space Station again going to clear the zone.
Yeah, Chicago working off that demolition, trying to get the ball all the way to the other side, but now it's Cheese. Air dribble almost past Hoxer, but how about this from Reynolds? Sliding it top corner, but still, that precision, just not enough. Magic Bear will not find the bump. Off of the saving player from the Space Station, but there's an open, there's a gap. Slicing it between defenders is Hoxer for the 3rd goal.
Not only was that clear, I didn't see who got it on the Space Station crossbar. It happened so quickly. Not only was it a save off their back wall, but it was a pinch save, using the corner of their goal to get that ball clear of the box, clear of their half, and turn into a counterattack goal. Space Station, I feel like I'm complimenting them way too much. Thank you so much, Magic. I want to talk about Luminosity doing something better than Space Station, and that kickoff was a perfect instance.
LG, ooh-wee, we'll get something here. It's off the kickoff, but man, is it reminiscent of that 1 goal NRG had from missed off the kickoff? Like, you can't rely on these plays, or maybe you can. Whoa, Magic Bear from the 2nd kickoff, almost scoring again. We've got a demolition off of Hoxer. Reynolds there for the shot. That's going to be in. 2nd in succession for Luminosity.
Okay, maybe it's just the kickoff game that Luminosity needed to turn the tides in this series, because there's 2. One's an immediate kickoff goal, the other one set up thanks to a great kickoff play by Luminosity, but now, just like that, it felt like Space Station was dogpiling on Luminosity, and now it's a 1-goal game in the final 90 seconds.
Let's see it. Now's definitely the time for Luminosity to even out this series. It might just be! Where's the power coming from there, Reynolds?
Whipped out the RPG on that one. That was an incredibly powerful shot from Reynolds. Far side, and it beats all 3 orange cars back to the far post. Okay, there it goes. The 3-goal lead from SSG has come and gone. Luminosity are online.
Unreal. Credit to Cheese for dropping it down to the sharpshooter of Reynolds during this game, even in the goals that they haven't scored. Reynolds has been placing it right off the crossbar, right to the top corner where SSG barely save it. I mean, that's the hand to feed right now if you're Luminosity Gaming in this final minute.
We go again. Reynolds upfield trying to bump Chicago, but dodges the bump attempts. SSG trying to clear, but Reynolds not interested. Cheese finding a demo as well onto Hoxer, and now Magic Bear to the back line of SSG. He does find the save, but he's in the corner. Possession going for LG. Reynolds, back wall, shots! Cheese there for the cleanup, and Luminosity zoom in front.
Reynolds is peaking in car soccer. What is this read? Come on now! And Cheese just takes on the 2 of them. This is unbelievable. The comeback here for Luminosity Gaming will be written by historians, but only if only they can complete it here. Still, 30 seconds to hold that lead or extend it. Oh my, Reynolds almost picks up another.
Okay, Space Station, the gauntlet's been thrown down for you now. Luminosity answered the questions you posed of them earlier. Now can you do the same to them? Not quite yet. That's 5 straight now for Luminosity. Magic Bear, the one behind this shot. That is a run out of Luminosity to behold.
I mean, is it a Luminosity masterclass if you're not feeding the bear, right? Come on. We had to get Magic Bear in the loop as well. Right. It doesn't matter if Luminosity needed the goal, but certainly they're going to make sure Magic gets one here as we tune into those final 10 seconds. Still a chance here. SSG can make the shot work. Chicago pass out to LJ, but that angle's just too difficult. It's unreasonable there. And that game is going to be complete. Game 2. There it is, Luminosity, feed the bear once more for the win. Space Station Gaming, they got 1 goal scored on them on the kickoff, and it seemed like that goal explosion broke every nut and bolt loose.
And I guarantee you, at the beginning of that game, there were some Luminosity fans that were like, what are we doing? We look so bad. This is not good. Awful performance right before RLCS is supposed to come back. And then you blink, and they're up 6-3 with a 0-second goal. That is an abs in that camp. I don't feel like losing a 3-goal lead and dropping game 2 like that is going to affect their ability to adjust at all. Like, I have the utmost confidence in this roster to figure things out for game 3 and at least make it a close affair that gives them opportunities to win the game. Like, I guarantee you, Sad Jr.'s talking to him, or maybe not anymore because the game has started, but he's in their ears saying like, all right, moving on. Erase that game 2 from your mind. The series is tied up. Let's right the wrongs in game 3.
Hey, you know, it could be the coach. It could be just veteran players that are on this roster, you know, steering the ship and making sure that adjustment is made. So I couldn't agree with you more. SSG, they've got the ability to get back in this series. It's tied up, and they will go in the deficit early on off this wild display on the goal line. It's going to be Reynolds that comes up with the goal.
And not that I'm keeping count or anything, but that is 7 unanswered goals for Luminosity across the end of game 2 and at the beginning of game 3. They still are finding gaps in the Space Station back line, but if I were to look at any part of Space Station with the comeback happen, it is that offense and their ability to score from just about anywhere as that shot goes off target, but possession restarting for Space Station.
Well, it's looking like a good one too. Chicago's gonna look to find LJ here, but it's Hoxer instead as LJ goes for the bump. Still not enough. Cheese the save. Magic Bear with the shot. Hoxer recovers in time though as Cheese, okay, backflips off the ball, plays it, allows Reynolds and Magic Bear to take it instead. Cheese has to put it in reverse to pick this ball back up. Now Luminosity trying to keep that 7-goal streak alive with maybe an 8th. That's just a ridiculous number.
It is. I can't believe the run that they've been on. Like, it just feels like after those first couple of goals, the momentum completely shifted. Those 2 kickoff goals that Luminosity scored that gave them the burst of confidence necessary to turn the series in their favor and now continue to put the screws on Space Station right now. A lot of possession for Luminosity on that SSG end, but there are still these counterattacks. SSG's putting together that LG aren't defending quite properly enough. I think there's a double commit on that blue side to give Space Station their opening goal in game 3.
Yeah, double commit, and neither of them could get there in time. Chicago lays it up, either on the backboard for Hoxer or LJ if he wants to put that cheeky shot in from the backboard. The trust between this team is there, and they've ended that gargantuan streak.
Reynolds an opportunity off the corner. Shoots the ball just a little bit. It is nice looking blue octane. So SSG allowed a counter again. Magic Bear fending off the corner play. Cheese struggle around him. The shot just a little short of being on target right there. But again, a decent opportunity for Space Station. Becoming more and more common. Those opportunities on the Luminosity, and as I think we're starting to draw a little more level after that massive momentum run out of LG.
A little more as we go. Magic Bear touch off the backboard, and Cheese able to pick this up. He's off the ceiling as well. I think he's beat Hoxer to this. No, it's Hoxer back over to Chicago. Handling this well. Touching the sidewall, picked up by LJ, and the further momentum gathered by that flick was ridiculous. Allowed for an extra touch and maybe a shot as well from SSG, but Reynolds taking it the other side. Cheese picks this up. There's a bit of an opening here that Cheese wants to take advantage of. Double off the backboard, not quite there. Just high as Reynolds cannot scavenge a rebound shot.
It's a good look, and it scrambles the SSG defense here. Cheese gets to try again now. LJ is up to meet him. plays the ball over to his corner. There Hoxer is, backwards. Couldn't control it. That allows Reddles some time on the ball. There, next in, and Luminosity just taking it slow right now, seeing if there are any openings, and there aren't. So, now the retreat ensues. Cheese has a full tank of boost, but an LJ in his face. So Luminosity try to find the clear again.
As wild as game 2 was, we seem to have surfaced to some equilibrium in this matchup, which honestly I never thought we would get to. So it's really interesting to see players maybe playing for a mistake to take advantage of rather than just their offensive caliber. Reynolds is going to just make those mistakes happen. They're going to take a player off the field there. The Demolition Magic Bear challenges Chicago here, wins that. Hoxer shot to the top corner, and Reynolds dives to it. Heroic display to defend.
LJ next up, going to the back wall. Magic Bear, though, put a hand up and found ball. Got it out to safety in the corner. Cheese stop trying to do the same thing, but it's Reynolds playing hero in defense for Luminosity. The follow-up from Cheese gets the ball to the midfield line, but it's getting scrambled for Luminosity. They're having to make incredible diving saves right now to stop this SSG attack. But clear is found. Next opportunity found by Reynolds and converted into a go-ahead goal. Luminosity out in front with 22 on the clock.
It seemed like fate was against Reynolds and Luminosity Gaming in this game. SSG with the crashing of the boards, the shot after shot, every goal so close, but Reynolds said no, 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 and then yes on the other side with that double tap. Can he ensure the victory though? They've got a lead, they've got a breakaway, maybe a goal here. Hoxer, double demolition and the goal! Luminosity just about secure a Game 3 win.
What a play by Magic Bear to interfere with that attempt by SSG and then react. SSG's attempted ushering up the ball into the corner, put it back towards the net, and allow his teammate to finish off the play, giving Luminosity some insurance now in the final 10 seconds. Space Station, you gotta act fast if you are gonna take this game back, make the comeback happen, and they can't act fast enough. It's gonna be 2-1 Luminosity. They found that first wind in this series because they started out so slowly against SSG, and now they're cooking.
Bepic, there's a viewer out there that watched game 1 and then saw Space Station up 3-0 in game 2 and was like, yeah, I'm gonna check some other games. If you've just come back in, welcome back. This is Luminosity going on to score 9 more goals and allowing 1 since that instance. It has been
out in game 4, then that is going to be an impressive turnaround after the game 1 we saw out of LG and SSG, and then the start of game 2. And there you go. Luminosity gonna continue the run they're on.
Great start for these guys. I mean, as we hop into game 4 and Luminosity continue their streak, you mentioned how Luminosity, they're not the type of team really to fall to that pressure. I remember the words of Reynolds when he was going up against FaZe Clan, talking about he wants First Skiller to be the most pressured player out there to qualify for, I think it was a major, and it was just inspiring words. Reynolds was like, just 4 wins, that's all we need. It doesn't matter if we're down 0-3 in this series, and yeah, you're so right. So that comeback factor is so there for Luminosity Gaming, but the series far from over. Just about all the time on the clock here in game number 4.
And all the Luminosity hype as well can't lead us to forgetting how close that game 3 was. Space Station was just one more good-looking opportunity away from beating that team to find the go-ahead goal and then closing it out in the final 30 seconds. So, Space Station fans, your team is by no means out of this series, but they are being outpaced a little bit, out-executed just a little bit by Luminosity at the moment. That shot from Reynolds could have been a real stab in the chest of SSG, but doesn't go in. Still a 1-goal affair. A minute into game 4, and Space Station starting to get their offense going.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with this possession. That's Hoxer past Reynolds and Cheese. So just Magic Bear to beat here. Looks to get the pass out, but they know better than to allow that pass to happen. Heads up play there from the Luminosity defense that looked like they were working off their last resorts. Magic Bear almost gets through and pass that pass out to Chicago, but can't get the touch. They were searching for Reynolds off the side wall. Allows for the shot from Magic Bear. Bit high. Here is Hoxer. Takes it from that side wall, bounces it down to the ground. LJ in kind here, but the midfield pass never taken up for. But it's almost always available on that SSG counterattack, right? That midfield pass, it's their bread and butter.
Absolutely. The passing game from SSG is kind of always been attached to, I feel like, the org name. And this team is definitely going to have a different identity compared to Space Station teams of past. But that passing game definitely looks like an SSG squad. Especially, you think back to, I think it was game 2 of this series, that ticky-tack passing play between all 3 members of Space Station. That's what I associate with this organization, and Luminosity, to their credit, has been doing a good job interfering with those passing lanes and turning those interceptions into counterattacks the other way. And right now, I mean, they're not even having to intercept. It's all Luminosity in the offensive zone. We've been here for about 20, 30 seconds now. See if they can cap that off with a second goal, or if Space Station can weather the storm, get themselves on the board here.
Yeah, you're so right. SSG trying to not be that one lone in the storm and a victim of the tidal wave tsunami, maybe. You know, Magic Bear was going up on a solo play with full boost, and you saw Chicago immediately cut it off. Like, challenge as quickly as he could, because he knows what the potential is of these solo play caliber moments for Luminosity, especially from the Bear. So SSG definitely still resilient in this effort, but as we translate to those final 2 minutes, it's time to put it into gear. It's time to prove that goal-scoring potential. They could right here. Reynolds gets right in front of that touch, though, and allows them to survive.
SSG looking, double commit right there. LJ's on the back wall, though. Luminosity players out of the way, and fortunately for him, Magic Bear was prepared to lose his teammate there on the back wall and stuck around. That leads to a clear for LG. Reynolds in a one-on-one versus Hoxer. Gets it through him to the back wall, but shot no good. Luminosity, though, can set up their offense. Waste a little bit of clock with this 1-goal lead in hand.
Jeez, nice touch there near the ceiling. Reynolds, last defender here. Looking for Magic Bear. Hoxer hops away and then back in the fray. Cheese shot there. Magic Bear bump on the LJ. Bang! Heat-seeking missile. See you later.
That is the Bear out of his cage on a rampage on that SSG line. LJ got big on that play. Beautiful heads-up Rocket League by Magic Bear right there. And to put that ball on net as well. Credit to all of Luminosity for turning that play into a goal.
How have we seen an SSG that made NRG look like chump change happen in this position? Down 0-2, maybe 0-3. Magic Bear! Oh, double tap! It takes 2 defenders to deny a shot like that. Reynolds back on the backboard with a double tap of his own that sets sail into Chicago's lap as he carries out 30 seconds for SSG, or they're out of this tournament.
Unbelievable run to start off the day by SSG, and they've got to rekindle that flame now in the next 20 seconds. Otherwise, it's Luminosity moving on. Space Station down in top 6 of this fall showdown. Chicago looking to step at the corner, but there's nothing there. Cheese intercepts, finds himself a chance to make it 3-0, and really shove that dagger into the chest of SSG. Luminosity, what a run by them, Pyro, to get themselves into the next round.
Unbelievable. I mean, one of the most overbearing switch-ups, change-ups, I don't know what you want to call it. A difference in momentum shift. Luminosity rise up and then never fall and never do back down here. As SSG, one final flight here to end it. That is the Game 4 victory for Luminosity as they continue their way in the lower bracket and knock out Space Station Gaming.
SSG started off that series on a 7-1 goal scoring run, and that was answered by a 12-1 run by Luminosity. That is just, that's the last time I'll talk about that insane turnaround out of LG, because I think we've talked about it enough, but wow, Luminosity is moving on in pretty impressive fashion.